There's nothing quite like week one in the NFL. Vikings fans are ready. The Buccaneers are ready. And so are we. Kickoff coming up next on CBS.
It's the NFL on CBS live from Houston, Texas. Today, the Buccaneers take on the Texans. We'll get things started from NRG Stadium right after this.
JB, two teams in desperate need of a win go head-to-head on a hot day in sunny Tampa. Tennessee quarterback Will Levis makes his third career start against Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. Hi, everyone. Alongside Matt Ryan and Tiki Barber, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll hear from A.J. Ross coming up. After a 3-1 start, Tampa Bay has now lost 4 in a row. And Tiki, the defense has been a big problem.
It really has. Offensively, they're scoring points, but defensively, they have given up over 100 more yards per game, most of it through the air. And they have some troubles in the secondary. Carlton Davis is down with a little toe injury, and so Zion McCollum is making his 7th career start. He had some troubles last week, but I'm sure they're going to rely on him to be that guy, put him a little bit more in man coverage. Offensively, though, Baker Mayfield has been pretty good. Not a ton of interceptions here, 12 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, and he gets a lot of people involved. Cade Otton, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, but he's really going to rely on Rachaad White, their second-year running back, who does it all over the place on the ground, and they also throw it to him a ton. 33 receptions so far in the season, second only to Christian McCaffrey. They use him in a lot of different ways, and he got to be their catalyst offensively.
AJ, what was the message from Todd Bowles today?
Todd Bowles told us he looks at the NFL season in quarters. So the Bucs had a good first quarter, a rough second quarter, but now it's halftime, and Bowles and his staff are making adjustments, and they expect this team to come out strong and fast in this second half. It's still wide open in the NFC South, and they're not out of the playoff picture. So Bowles says with so much parity in this league, they have to have short-term memories. They have to learn from their mistakes, and they have to move on, and they plan to do that today against these Titans.
AJ, thank you. As for Tennessee, earlier this week, Mike Vrabel made the decision to change quarterbacks. It'll be Will Levis going forward, Ryan Tannehill to the bench. He's actually the number 3 QB today. What do you think of the move, Matt?
Well, Will Levis has been aggressive down the field. He's been effortless power throwing the ball vertically. He's also been very good in the intermediate passing game. He's been good in the pocket as well, movement and hanging in and being tough. And I think his quad finally feeling healthy, Mike Vrabel was freed up to make the decision to go with Will Levis moving forward. I also think them being 3-5 had a part to do with it, but he's going to have to rely on Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins today. To me, these are two of the guys who have been as good as there is in this league at their respective positions. And when you're in big games or in games trying to get back to 4-5, close to 500, you have to think players over plays. I think these guys will do a good job. But they're without some people up front. They're without Treylon Burks on the outside. And really, it's been an issue for the Titans all season.
Kickoff coming up, but after the break, you'll hear the national anthem on this Veterans Day weekend. You're watching the NFL on CBS. It's week 10 of the NFL on CBS, and today from steamy Tampa, the Buccaneers host the Tennessee Titans. A lopsided series all time. This is the 13th meeting, and the Titans have won 10 of the first 12. Mike Vrabel's team started 2-2, but they have since lost 3 of their last 4 games in Tampa Bay, with Todd Bowles trying to end a 4-game losing streak. We mentioned it's hot, 85 degrees here in Tampa, humidity in the air as well. And Matt, you played a number of games in this stadium. What's it like on the visiting sideline?
Sunny. Sunny and hot, that's for sure. It's one of those, you come down and you're not expecting the heat. You haven't been in it. Back up in Tennessee, or in my case in Atlanta, you come down here in November, December, and it gets you. It sneaks up on you. But these guys got to be prepared for it today.
Oh, yeah. I remember coming down here from the Northeast. Didn't matter what time of year it was bad. Always bad. It's 40 degrees in New York right now.
Tampa Bay won the toss. They have elected to defer. And Tajay Spears is back deep to receive the kickoff from Jake Camarda. Will Levis getting set to take the field for the third consecutive week as the starter. And we are underway in Tampa. Spears calls for a fair catch at the 4. So Tennessee will get the football at the 25-yard line.
There's Todd Bowles. We'll see his offense to begin this one with Baker Mayfield as the Colts win the toss. They elect to defer. Shane Steichen meantime. Boy, whatever happens from this point on, this season for the Colts, Arch, has already been a success when you consider the debacle that was last year. Coaching change, all the dysfunction in that building. Crazy to think that he's got them in the playoff mix as we sit here in Week 12.
It's a low standard you got there, Spiro, but yes, I think as they sit now, nothing short of making the playoffs will be deemed a success.
Matt Gay boots it away. Had a terrific season so far for the Colts, as Tampa Bay will have it at the 25-yard line. So here is Baker Mayfield.
We hit the month of December here in Tampa, Florida, where the round-robin tournament that is the NFC South continues as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and their elite receiver Mike Evans and the rest of the crew will entertain the Carolina Panthers and the first overall pick of this past year's draft, Bryce Young. All right, so the standings in the NFC South, and it is truly up for grabs. Atlanta at 5-6, that game's still going on. New Orleans at 5-6, their game's still going on, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers still are within reach. Hey everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy along with Jay Field.
Tampa, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today is the first place Jacksonville Jaguars and the first place Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Jaguars have lost 3 straight and came into today in a 3-way tie for the top spot in the AFC South. The Buccaneers came into today tied for first in the NFC South. They have won 3 consecutive games. Setting up our day here in Florida. Hi, everyone. Merry Christmas with Trent Green and Melanie Collins on the sideline. Kevin Harlan, the Jaguars got some good news this week when their quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, cleared concussion protocol.
Kevin, that's really big news. The third-year quarterback made the Pro Bowl a year ago, got the Jaguars into the playoffs, and won a wild card playoff game. They need him to be more consistent. Earlier this year, he was doing very well, had a problem with turnovers. Recently, he has to protect the football for them to have a chance to break this losing streak.
On the Buccaneers side, a terrific win at Lambeau in Green Bay, and the star was their quarterback, Baker Mayfield.
How about Baker Mayfield with a perfect quarterback rating last week? And we're going to go green and show you some of the things that he did well in that game. Listen, Buccaneers needed a quarterback. Baker Mayfield needed a place to start. He's found a home here in Tampa Bay. Here he's working it up the field, up the seam. He was very effective a week ago against the Packers in the middle of the field, in between the numbers. He also was effective pushing the ball down the field with bigger throws. Look for more of that today.
2 first-place teams battling, the Jaguars, the Buccaneers on CBS.